Good morning, dear participants. My name is Ayşecan Öztop. I'm a counselor at the Turkish Permanent Mission here in Geneva. I welcome you to this event organized by the Turkish Mine Action Center, also known as TURMAC. Today's session will present Turkey's integrated national approach to mine action and ammunition management, combining humanitarian objectives, environmental responsibility, and technological innovation. For the side event, you have 4 distinguished panelists from Turkish Ministry of National Defense along with me. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speakers today. To my right, Mr. Tayfun Evren, Colonel Mine Action Expert from Turkish Ministry of Defense. To my far left is Mr. Can Demir, Colonel AE/EOD Expert from TURMAC. From my left is Mr. Cenkan Sağır, also Colonel AE/EOD Expert from Turkish Ministry of National Defense. And on my far right is Mr. Yasin Arslan. He's a Business Development Manager for Land and Air Projects from ASFAT, namely Turkish Military Factory and Shipyard Management, a state-owned defense company. Today, we will present several practical capabilities developed by Turkey. Conventional ammunition management and mine action are inextricably intertwined, underpinned by a shared normative architecture encompassing the International Ammunition Technical Guidelines and international mine action standards. Inadequately secured ammunition stockpiles and residual explosive hazards constitute profound and multifaceted risks to civilian populations, security sector personnel, and ecological systems alike. Consequently, operationalization of rigorous through-life ammunition management frameworks, systematic neutralization and destruction of obsolete or surplus ordnance, and deployment of contemporary demining technologies are not merely technical imperatives. They are indispensable for safeguarding of vulnerable communities and advancement of sustainable development trajectories. In this regard, the global framework for through-life conventional ammunition management, adopted by the UN General Assembly in December 2023, provides the overarching political impetus necessary to institutionalize these imperatives at the international level. By enshrining 15 objectives that span the entirety of ammunition life cycle, from production and stockpile surveillance to diversion prevention and disposal, the framework establishes a comprehensive normative foundation within which both rigorous ammunition management and systematic mine action are not peripheral concerns, but central and mutually reinforcing pillars of effective implementation. Innovation and smart solutions for adequate ammunition management and mine action are integral for Turkish military and defense industry. 4 of these innovative and smart solutions will be showcased by our panelists today. Modular earth-covered magazine, ammunition surveillance facility, munitions disposal facility, and last but not least, mechanical mine clearing vehicle. These solutions illustrate how national institutions, the defense industry, and international cooperation can unite in the spirit of one humanity. Before we start the technical presentations, I'd like to give the floor to Brigadier General Mustafa Yeter. He is the director of Turkish Mine Action Center, who will deliver the opening remarks. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to welcome you here today. Ammunition safety and mine action are not just technical issues. They are, above all, a humanitarian responsibility. Unsafe ammunition stockpiles and explosive remnants of war continue to pose serious threats to civilian populations around the world, and this reality calls for urgent and coordinated action by the international community. Turkey is firmly committed to the goals of the Ottawa Convention and the Siem Reap Anchor Action Plan, which we see as essential pillars of shared global efforts to address explosive hazards. Through our national institutions and partnerships, we continue to work towards solutions that are safe, environmentally responsible, and built to last. The capabilities on display at today's event reflect Turkey's dedication to safety, transparency, environmental protection, and international cooperation. These are also values at the heart of the global framework for true life conventional ammunition management. a landmark international instrument built around 15 clear objectives covering every stage of the ammunition life cycle. Meeting these objectives is not optional. It is a shared responsibility that requires the genuine commitment of all nations. I would like to sincerely thank all partner institutions for bringing this side event together and for sharing their knowledge and experience with us. I hope today's discussions will be truly productive and meaningful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brigadier General. With that, I am now moving to our first presentation, namely Modular Earth-Covered Magazine. Safe storage is the first step of responsible ammunition management. Proper storage infrastructure is essential to prevent unplanned explosions at munition sites and to protect both personnel and surrounding communities. Turkey has developed a practical and flexible solution for safe storage of ammunition. My question to our first panelist, Tayfun Erin, is, could you please introduce Turkey's modular Earth-Covered Magazine and explain how it supports safe storage of ammunition and explosives? You have the floor.
Thank you, Ms. Ayşecan. Thank you for your kind and concise introduction. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Colonel Tayfun Erin. I'm from Turkish Ministry of National Defense. I am a branch head of NATO Support and Procurement Agency Coordination Branch. I'm dealing with NSPA projects in my Ministry of Defense. I'm also a military engineer and a mine action expert. Today, I'll briefly introduce Turkey's modular earth-covered magazine system. First of all, I would like to explain the main driver behind this requirement. Safe storage of ammunition and explosives is a critical element of life cycle management of ammunition, as highlighted in the International Ammunition Technical Guidelines. In operational environments such as demining activities, teams must either carry their ammunition and explosives with them or they have to safely store the recovered mines from the minefields. This creates a dual requirement, mobility and safety at the same time. But, at the right side of the slide, you can see that traditional solutions present a dilemma. One option, permanent earth-covered magazines, they require high time and large-scale constructions. At the other side, you can use standard containers, mostly deployable, but there is a vulnerable situation, mobile, but they are so vulnerable, you can't use them effectively. So, therefore, we aim to achieve an optimum balance between these two extremes, between safety and mobility. The modular earth-covered magazine provides both mobility and high-level protection. This is especially critical for EOD operations and demining operations where conditions change rapidly. The system also several key features such as modularity, protection, resiliency, and deployability. With all these features, it contributes to the Objective 6 of the Global Framework for True Life Conventional Ammunition Management. Let me now highlight the key engineering features of the system. You can see on the slide that the foldable side panels allow the structure to hold the earth cover securely. The integrated ventilation systems maintains proper airflow, supporting the chemical stability of the ammunition and explosives. The outer surface of the system coated with a double-layer bitumen system, providing long-term resistance to water and harsh environmental conditions. Inside, you can see the structure is fully unobstructed, allowing efficient loading and unloading capacity. The system is not a prototype, and it's a proven and usable, ready-to-use operational capability. In this slide, you can see that we are actively using since 2017 more than 550 units in our operational areas, and also we deployed a system to NATO exercise Steadfast Defender 2021. Most importantly, the system is compliant with NATO AASTP5 standards and aligned with AASTP1 standards with a 10-year lifespan. Safety is integrated into every layer of the system. You can see that we have some threats, and based on these threats, we have some measures. The magazine includes a lightning protection system in order to reduce the lightning strike threat. The interior is coated with a flame retardant material to reduce fire risks and prevent corrosion. To maintain the chemical stability of the ammunition, the system also has a ATEX certified air conditioning system besides ventilation chimneys that I explained. Additionally, a 60 cm earth cover provides protection against external threats. In conclusion, the modular earth-covered magazine provides flexible logistics in the field, enhanced protection of personnel and material, and safer ammunition storage. Now I would like to show a video of the system. I hope we can start.
Designed and manufactured in the military factories under the management of Turkish Ministry of National Defense. The modular earth-covered magazine is a field-proven, rapidly deployable storage solution engineered for the secure and temporary storage of ammunition and explosives in deployed missions, in full compliance with the guidelines and standards outlined in the guidelines of the United Nations and NATO's publications. All in all, modular earth-covered magazine is also a mission-critical capability that ensures operational flexibility and rapid responsiveness for the successful sustainment of military operations.
Thank you. That concludes my presentation. If you have any questions, I can ask, or we can proceed to question and answers session.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron, for your presentation. We will have, I think, ample time to take questions once we finalize the presentations. Without further ado, I'll move to the second presentation, which focuses on ammunition surveillance facility. Safe and optimum management of ammunition is not confined to safe storage, in as much as it also requires systemic surveillance and life cycle management practices, as recommended in the International Ammunition Technical Guidelines. Turkish military has developed an advanced capability for in-service surveillance and life cycle management of ammunition. I turn to our second panelist, Mr. Can Demir. Could you please run us through the details of the Ammunition Surveillance Facility, or MIGYAM, in short? Thank you. The floor is yours.
Ayşecan, thank you for the smooth entry, and it couldn't have been put better. This is Major Can Demir from Turkish Ministry of National Defense. I'm an ammunition and explosives and EOD expert with more than 10 years of experience on the field, on the ground in this field. And just like she pointed out, safe and optimum management of ammunition is not confined to safe storage, because it also requires systemic surveillance and life cycle management practices, and it's also recommended in the International Ammunition Technical Guidelines document, just like she pointed out. Ammunition Surveillance Facility is a state-of-the-art technology facility for the inspection, surveillance, testing, service life assessment, rehabilitation, and service life extension of various types and calibers of defective or unserviceable ammunition in the Turkish Armed Forces stockpile. Established under a modernization project initiated back in 2009, MIGYAM was delivered as a turnkey project within 22 months, less than 2 years, using Turkish defense industry capabilities only. The project was coordinated by the Ministry of National Defense under the responsibility of NATO Support and Procurement Agency and aligned later with Turkish Armed Forces technical requirements. The facility occupies 166 acres of covered area and consists of a disassembly workshop, which is used for surveillance and investigation purposes only, a non-destructive inspection laboratory, a conditioning and artificial aging laboratory, and a physical and chemical analysis laboratory, anti-tank systems rehabilitation workshop, and ammunition storage facilities, as well as service buildings. MIGAM's capabilities for processing and handling of energetic materials are certified by NSPA in accordance with NATO standards. All operations are conducted with full environmental, personnel, and operational safety measures. The International Ammunition Technical Guidelines says the life cycle management of ammunition comprises 6 main areas, and management of ammunition is just one of them. And in service, surveillance, and proof are integral parts of ammunition management. And obviously, ammunition stockpiles that do not undergo systematic surveillance and proof stand a higher chance of leading to defects and eventually to unplanned explosions at munition sites. And smart and systematic solutions to the surveillance of ammunition is of great importance in this regard. The International Ammunition Technical Guidelines, as well as international and national practices, point to the need for a systematic and regular surveillance and inspection of ammunition to ensure that it remains safe and reliable throughout its operational service life. And MIGAM plays a key role in the life cycle management of ammunition stockpiles in the Turkish Armed Forces. The capabilities of MIGAM also help meet the objectives of the global framework for true life conventional ammunition management led by Objective 5, which urges states to strive for the adequate, systematic, and sustainable surveillance of conventional ammunition in national stockpiles, and Objective 7, which directs the signatories towards establishing adequate true life systems for inventory management and record keeping of conventional ammunition under national ownership and control. Among the core capabilities and functions of the facility are ammunition surveillance and service life assessment of projectiles and cartridges, mortar shells, rockets and missiles, landmines and explosive components, air and naval ammunition of specific types, rehabilitation and modernization through extending service life, identifying and mitigating technical deficiencies, and providing recommendations for future use, and last but not least, scientific analysis and testing in modular and advanced laboratories, which enable both current inventory assessment and future ammunition evaluation. In the facility, in the disassembly workshop, visual examination, disassembly, cutting, and sample collection of ammunition, as well as planning and control are managed via database and surveillance database systems. In the non-destructive inspection laboratory, X-ray and magnetic inspection is conducted for early stage testing of ammunition components. In the conditioning and artificial aging laboratory, controlled temperature and humidity is applied for ammunition and rocket systems conditioning. And in the physical and chemical analysis laboratory, ammunition goes through chemical, thermal, structural, mechanical, functional, and sensitivity tests, which yield analyzed results for the adequate surveillance of ammunition. MIGAM enables the creation of ammunition inspection and surveillance data packages, including surveillance activities, NDI aging, high temperature sensitivity, and serviceability and life extension criteria for conventional ammunition, rockets, and missiles. And the test results afterwards allow experts to determine whether subject ammunition can remain in service or be refurbished or must be safely disposed of. And through these processes, MIGAM helps to extend the life cycle of ammunition in a way that safety matters the most, prevent accidents caused by unstable ammunition, and reduce unnecessary destruction of usable ammunition. And this contributes both to safety and resource efficiency. Now I would like to present a video that will recap what I've just presented.
Ammunition Surveillance Facility is a state-of-the-art facility for the surveillance of various types of ammunition. Certified by NSBA in accordance with NATO standards, all operations in the facility are conducted with full environmental, personnel, and operational safety measures. In the facility, in the disassembly workshop, visual examination, disassembly, cutting, and sample collection of ammunition, as well as planning and control, are managed via database and surveillance database systems. In a non-destructive inspection laboratory, X-ray and magnetic inspection is conducted for early stage testing of ammunition components. In the conditioning and artificial aging laboratory, controlled temperature and humidity is applied for ammunition and rocket systems conditioning. In the physical and chemical analysis laboratory, ammunition goes through chemical, thermal, structural, mechanical, functional, and sensitivity tests, which yield analyzed results for the adequate surveillance of ammunition. The facility conducts all operations in compliance with NATO and international standards through advanced automated data management and monitoring systems, and with the expertise of highly trained and qualified technical personnel. With these qualifications, the facility also provides modular and scalable systems for smart solutions to the in-service surveillance and lifecycle management of contemporary and future ammunition types.
Thank you very much for your attention. Now over to you, Ayşecan.
Thank you, John, for your presentation. We talked about storage, we talked about surveillance. Let us now talk about disposal to complete the circle. When ammunition can no longer be safely used, the final stage of the life cycle is demilitarization and disposal. This process must be conducted safely and in an environmentally responsible way. Our third panelist, Cenk Sar, to my left, will explain how the MAD facility safely processes obsolete ammunition. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Ms. Estop. My name is Cenk Sar. I'm head of operations at Turkish Munitions Center. Now let's talk about the most exciting part of the ammunition management, I think. So, as you know, I think most of our colleagues has been experienced open burning, open detonation. But as all of us are aware, they are not environmental friendly, unfortunately. For this reason, we are trying to establish new capabilities about the ammunition demilitarization and disposal. And today I will present ammunition disposal facility of Türkiye. It is a center established to safely and efficiently demilitarize and dispose of unserviceable munitions. As my colleague explained, surveillance system, at the end of the surveillance, if the decision is the ammunition is unhealthy, unserviceable, then this ammunition goes to this disposal facility for the environmentally friendly disposal. So you can see the map layout of the facility. We have 12 specialized workshops. I'm going to elaborate them on the next slides. We have 17 service buildings and 3 ammunition depots. And as similar as surveillance center, this center, disposal facility center, also certified by NATO Support and Procurement Agency by the help of NATO STENEX. So what is our main dedication for the munitions? We are capable of disposal and demilitarization of projectiles and cartridges, rockets and missiles, mortar shells, landmines and explosive components. Our annual capacity nowadays 6,000 tons of ammunition, but we are eager to make it bigger upcoming years. What is our advantages? First of all, we have fully automated systems. It keeps us human failures or human exposures. And we have remote command systems, and we have centralized control software. So by the help of those specifications, we are capable of processing approximately 50 different types of ammunition in that center. Actually, I would like to summarize our capabilities under 4 pillars. The first pillar is the sampling and pre-treatment capabilities. We are using water jet cutting systems under that capability, radial band saw cutting systems, fuse booster removal systems, and pull apart systems. I think in the video I can visualize them as well. Our second pillar for the capabilities is removal capabilities. We are using hot water washout systems, water jet washout systems, and melt-out technologies for the removal of explosives. Our third pillar capabilities is destruction. Our main system is rotary kiln incineration systems. We have also detonation and demolition, robotic demolition systems as well. And to protect the environment, we have the last capability, reuse, recovery, and recycling capabilities. We have metal recovery systems. We have pink water treatment systems. This system is dedicated to explosives, actually. We have gases treatment systems for the burning of the energetic materials. And actually, we can also recover some of the energetic materials and regain them to the industry as well. Those operations are carried on in compliance with occupational health, safety standards, NATO and international standards regulations, and one of the most important issue, energy efficiency principles. So actually, by the help of this dedicated center, we can conduct treatment of gases, liquids, and solid waste. We can reuse of treated wastewater in the center as well. We can control incineration of energetic materials in full compliance with European Union and national environmental regulations. Daily and monthly basis, the emission values of the center are observed by the authorities from related ministries. So this center especially helps to support a global framework for true life conventional ammunition management. Additionally, this center supports our Article 4 commitment of Ottawa Convention. As you know, Türkiye managed to complete her commitment in 2011 by the destruction of over 3 million landmines, and most of the landmines were processed through this center as well. So let me play a video that will visualize some of the specifications, and I'm ready to answer your questions at the end of the sessions. Thank you very much.
The Munitions Disposal Facility is a state-of-the-art center established to safely and efficiently demilitarize and dispose of unserviceable conventional ammunition ranging from projectiles and cartridges to mortar shells, and from rockets and missiles to landmines and explosive components. The facility was initially established in 2007 and modernized under a comprehensive program conducted through a cooperation agreement between the Turkish Ministry of National Defense and the NATO Support and Procurement Agency. The qualification and certification of the facility was undertaken by NSBA. The facility lies in an area of 216,000 square meters. With a total of 10,400 square meters of closed area. The facility currently houses 12 workshops, 17 service buildings, and 3 ammunition depots. In the munition disposal facility, ammunition without cartridge with calibers of 75 to 155 millimeters. Mortar ammunition of 60 to 120 millimeters. Ammunition with cartridges of 40 to 120 millimeters. Landmines. Missiles and rockets of up to 600 millimeters are demilitarized and disposed of. The munitions disposal facility comprises several disassembly and pretreatment, removal, destruction and reuse, recovery and recycling capabilities. All energetic and non-energetic processes are fully automated, managed through centralized control software, executed with remote command systems, and designed to minimize human exposure. Operations are carried out in strict compliance with occupational health and safety standards, NATO and international standards and regulations, and energy efficiency principles. The facility is designed as an eco-friendly facility with advanced waste management systems comprising treatment of gases, liquids, and solid waste, reuse of treated wastewater, controlled incineration of energetic materials, full compliance with European Union and national environmental regulations. Recovered materials, especially metals, are processed and recycled and reintroduced into the economy as valuable resources. All in all, Turkish Munitions Disposal Facility provides reliable and scalable demilitarization and disposal services, capability to support international cooperation programs, high-capacity operations with advanced safety standards, infrastructure and processes in accordance with NATO standards.
Thank you, Mr. Sar, for making a nice segue to our next topic. Now, dear participants, allow me to take you to another paradigm, namely mine clearance. Everyone in this room knows mine clearance operations require both speed and safety. Mechanical systems can significantly reduce risks to deminers and accelerate land release. Our last speaker today, Yasin Arslan, will introduce the Mehmet mechanical mine clearing vehicle developed in Turkey, which ticks all the important boxes: safety, efficiency, and operational flexibility in one platform. You have the floor.
Thank you, Ayşecan, and thank you for coming here and taking a look to our presentation. I'm Yasin Arslan. I represent ASFAT here. ASFAT is a Ministry of National Defense company. Just trying to pass to the slide, but yes. So we represent the Ministry of National Defense project management side and the commercial side. We have in total 27 military factories and the 10 naval shipyards, as well as the other infrastructures we introduced today. Our company acts under the Ministry of National Defense, as I said, and our General Assembly is presented by the Minister by himself, and it's a 100% public company. And we have over 30,000 employees working within these 27 military factories and the 10 naval shipyards. Before moving to the MEMAT, Mechanical Mine Clearing Vehicle, I would like to give you information about our organization. So we use the military factories and the shipyards, as well as some local and the foreign companies that we are cooperating to provide products and services with the government assurance. This is the biggest advantage of our organization. And the MEMAT, Mechanical Mine Clearing Vehicle, as you can see here, we first of all designed and developed this vehicle for the use of our Mine Action Center, as we are a part of the Ottawa Agreement, and we provided successful operations within our country first. Then we also had some demands coming from some brother and allied countries and some other end users, and we provided solutions to different countries as well within a short time. And the vehicle by itself provides very effective way of clearance for the mines, including the anti-personnel and the anti-tanks, as well as some also on the IADs. And in a short time, you can take care of the cleaning. Instead of using, of course, the human power, you can take care of it by using the remote-controlled vehicles. Sure, I will show you a video as well, and you may find the specifications of the vehicle within the brochures we provided. So here we can see some of the features. Up to 30 centimeter clearing depth we can provide within 2 different attachments provided with the vehicle. And it is a really good working speed. In all terrains, we can catch up to 1,900 square meters per hour with the vehicle we have. Just show the video. So we have a remote controller for that vehicle. You can control it up to 5,000 meters. It is the encrypted communication, real-time video transmission as well. In all around the vehicle, we have 6 to 8 different cameras, so you can control the vehicle easily by using the remote controller. And within the power pack and some other features that we provided to the vehicle, like including the cooling system, you can use it in different geographies under the different climatic conditions. And we tested in accordance with the CWA standards. We tested up to 8.5 kilogram formally, but informally we tested up to 12 kilogram of TNT as well, because sometimes we don't face only the regular anti-tank mines. We see different anti-tank mines, including the additional TNTs and explosions. The video. There was a video as well. I was trying. This is a video indicates the anti-tank mine explosion from the tests. And the vehicle continues to work without any harm to the vehicle. So within all technical features and the specifications so far, the vehicle has been delivered to different end users, as I said, including our Mine Action Center, our gendarmerie. Azerbaijan is also actively using the vehicle in Karabakh region to clear the mines. In Ukraine, Burkina Faso, Togo, and recently we are delivering to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for their mine clearing operations. And very soon we will have more deliveries as well. In case if there is any requirement for that kind of vehicles, of course there are some other options in the market as well. We can provide all these solutions for the mechanical mine clearing vehicles. We are also the commercial side and the project management side of all these infrastructures here. Since they are all the Ministry of National Defense infrastructures, you cannot directly coordinate with them for any commercial activities. But through ASFAT, ASFAT is like a bridge between all these Ministry of National Defense infrastructures and the end users or the other nations. So thanks so much for your attention, and we can pass through the question and answer side as well.
Thank you very much for this presentation. I really like the music. With that, I will move to Q&A, the most fun part. Thanks a lot for our speakers for their presentations. We have some time for questions from the audience. I'll collect a few questions before circling back to our panelists. Please introduce yourself and your affiliation before posing your questions. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. My name is Sufyan Al-Sous from IOCTR. First of all, I'd like to thank all the panelists for their, let's say, rich, very rich presentations. And I think it have to be longer time, not only site event. I have two questions. I think I don't know Turkish, but I can read Mr. Iron. Iron, right? Okay.
Yes.
Your storage place, let's say, is very nice. My question is, in this time, is there any accident happened? And if yes, what was the solution for the accident? Because you know, all of us know in this room, any mistake is not accepted in this type of business. Zero mistake from us. The other question is, did you export this technology to other countries or just to use it in Turkey? Thank you very much.
Thank you for that question. Just to save us time, I want to see if there's any more question before I circle back. You have the floor, sir. Thank you. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. My name is Anar Mutalimov. I am Director for Political Military Affairs Department of Azerbaijani Foreign Ministry. Thank you very much for the organization of such an interesting and informative event. My question, I would like just to kindly ask if Mr. Erün can elaborate about the role of NSPA, NATO Support and Procurement Agency, for the military industry of Turkey, what added values it has, and it's very interesting for me. And once again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, you have the floor, gentleman in front.
Thank you very much. A huge thank you to all the panelists for their really interesting presentations. They were fantastic. Question on the modular F-covered mound. In the event of an unplanned explosion, how does the modular containerized solution compare to a concrete solution? Thank you. Should have said Laurie Clapton from NATO.
Thank you very much. I think we have enough questions, and you're all making Mr. Erün sweat here. I am going to recap the questions very quickly. The first one is whether any accident happened and there's zero tolerance, and whether we exported this to any other country. The second question was about the role of NSP for military industry for Turkey and its added value. And the third question was about unplanned explosion and how it would compare to, I couldn't hear the rest of the question.
Sorry, how it compares to a concrete solution, the traditional concrete solution of an F-covered mound.
There you go. Thank you. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you for all your questions. Let me start with the first questions. Is there any accidents? I can say that fortunately we haven't faced any accident, this kind of event. So it's we can use them in a safe side. We haven't faced any accidents. For the export issue, I can give floor to you. Yeah.
For the export, yes, we have some contracts with different end users, but the most critical point for this kind of infrastructures and operations is the logistics. Usually the logistics side takes some time to discuss with the different service requirement points. And currently we have some, as I said, operations with some European countries. But when it is far to Turkey, then of course we need to work a lot for the logistics, since it may provide some risks for anybody along the route till we receive the items to our infrastructures.
Regarding the other questions, I would like to explain. Maybe I can tell my story as a mine expert. Yes, you know, we can use the permanent earth-covered magazines and also some other deployable solutions. When I was a second lieutenant in the army, I was tasked to clear a minefield in the middle of nowhere. And I had to carry my explosives with me. And also, while performing the clearance, I took out the mines from the earth, from the minefield. And I needed to store them in a safe place. But as you know, the minefields are in some places that you cannot use permanent earth-covered magazines or this kind of structures. So we require this solution. If we compare these solutions, you know, the permanent earth-covered magazines based on the AASTP1 standards, you have to they have to bear maybe 3-bar pressures, etc. You know, but for the standard containers, they cannot bear this kind of pressures. But with the 60 centimeter earth, you can reduce this threat a little bit, and you can use them easily. And also, for the deployment, you can easily deploy this kind of solutions to the place where the minefield is. So we are looking for the optimum side of the storage capacity. So because of that, we created this solution. Maybe if you would like to add something, you can.
Major Demir again, if the rationale of your question is why we are having these modular earth-covered magazines when we have the concrete ones in a place, just because they are deployable, and we believe that they are good for 3-bar unplanned explosion at those potential explosion sites. But I think the tests are underway. It's not tested yet. I believe it's going to be tested in near future. Okay, but from my experience, I believe that they're good for 3-bar explosion at those potential explosion sites. Okay, and I think their work is underway to update AASTP5, and it's going to be one of the storage types in the upcoming AASTP5. Okay. Not sure if that answers, but okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Please.
Are we taking new questions, or did we finish?
We will take new questions, but I think he wants to react
apologies.
to an earlier question. We'll get back to you.
Okay, sorry. Now I would like to answer the question of you regarding the NSPA issue. You know, NSPA, NATO Support and Procurement Agency, is the agency of NATO countries, and this agency supports all NATO nations by procuring or for the acquisition of new systems, big systems. Yeah. We are part of it, and I was also a country liaison officer at NSPA in Luxembourg. They have some directorates: operational directorate, life cycle management directorate, and acquisition directorate, and the other support directorates. Their main aim to support NATO nations. For example, in the operational side, we can deploy our forces for NATO tasks. For example, Afghanistan or Bosnia-Herzegovina or Kosovo. You can use NSPA as a contractor agency. We can get some, for example, real-life support during our operations in the Afghanistan. We were the framework nation for this NATO tasks. And also for the acquisition directorate from NSPA side, we can work with NSPA, or the NATO nations can work with NSPA in order to get some new capabilities. For example, next generation rotorcraft or AGS kind of capabilities. For Türkiye, we are using NSPA. We are getting some capabilities from them, and also we can attend their bids, or we can support the other NATO nations' requirements with our defense capabilities. And I think it's a good opportunity for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, sir, you have the floor for your question.
Sorry, yeah, apologies for interrupting. So, Andy Grantham, I'm a technical program manager at the Ammunition Management Advisory Team, which is part of the GICHD. Just to follow on from Laurie's question, within the ASTP5 guidance, the storage capacity is a maximum of 4,000 kilograms NEQ. So you can't really compare storage capacity of a concrete magazine, earth-cover magazine, to the temporary storage, and that's not what they're designed to do. So I just thought I'd put that out there. So we work a lot in low-capacity, very low-resourced countries. So taking the concept of your deployable earth-covered magazine a stage further, have you done any research on deployable demilitarization facilities and surveillance facilities? Because that could be a very good stopgap solution to poorly resourced countries until they can develop and build permanent storage or permanent disposal facilities and permanent surveillance facilities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy. Actually, first of all, I would like to thank Andy in this floor, because he is also supporting our ammunition management course in our partnership center. Thank you very much again for your valuable contributions. I agree with you. We also need not only storage but also modular disposal and surveillance capabilities. Actually, I have been dealing with ammunition management almost for 25 years. At the beginning of my career, we were capable of modular surveillance systems because it was the end of the Cold War era, and our conventional capabilities were more supported by ministries. Unfortunately, later we forgot this capability. Now, the Cold War era similarity are taking place again. So everybody is preparing for more valuable solutions, surveillance in the theater, and environmentally friendly disposal in the theater. We have basic projects, very baby steps, because we need to be very careful about the safety and other issues. but I believe that in the near future, in 5 years, we are going to present here modular surveillance and disposal capabilities as well. Thank you.
And addressing your question in particular and as a general remark, the Turkish Ministry of National Defense has developed these capabilities, and we are ready to instigate all kinds of cooperation to make them accessible to all international actors who have peaceful agendas and who strive for one humanity. And feel free to take back to your respective authorities what you've seen here. And in case you need more in-depth information about our capabilities, feel free to reach out to us, and we will provide you with satisfactory explanations. Okay? Thank you.
Mrs. Sar, we look forward to having you back in 5 years to showcase your new tools. Are there any more questions for our panelists? Please, the gentleman on the second row.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all the panel for a very informative presentation. I'm sorry, I should introduce Luke Irving from UNMAS. My question is around the demining machine. It's a very competitive market. Many machines are showcased. So for Mr. Arslan, if you could just summarize what you see as the main maybe